How's it going, everybody? Oh my gosh, it's been a while. I have a new job. Things are moving. So I haven't had time to spend time here with you. So let's see what is going on. I hope you're doing well. So let's see, what are the messages that this collective needs? Here we go. Inner child. I've done a lot of recognizing my need for healing, recognizing my need for listening to my heart, what's going on in there. So this makes sense to me. Let's see what this collective needs to know. There's an energy of nostalgia too. There's something about connecting to that feeling of joy in the simple things. Maybe it's the summertime, maybe it's, ice cream. All right, what are the messages? Energetic space for emotional clarity. All right. Making some space for some new things. Letting go of the old. I'm financially abundant and supported. Yes. This is about stability, support. I'm seeing a lot of fours right now. It's all about taking charge. Manifest. Yes. New beginning. So you could have started a new job like me, or just have this feeling of kind of having found a feeling of being in the right place and receiving what you deserve. Chariot. Ace of Swords reversed. Knight of Swords. All right. The Chariot reversed for me is when sometimes things are either stagnating or we don't have the confidence to move forward. That's the energy of the past, though. And I feel like there's a lot of things that were cut out of our life. I feel like there's some work being done that is done for the sake of being authentic, really being able to manifest what we want, because when there's a lot of healing to do, it's almost like these clouds that don't let the light through, right? So I feel like there's been a lot of letting go. Knight of Swords is about looking for the truth, acting from a place of someone screaming outside, I don't know if you hear. Acting from a place of truth. There's a lot of very quick, rapid energy here. Whoa. It's like things are happening. A lot of thinking too, a lot of mental energy. Three of Swords, a lot of swords. Six of Wands. Page of Swords. I started by saying I've done a lot of like recognizing how I feel, recognizing where I'm at. What's the fear? I did feel detached from my heart, and that always, sends me in spirals mentally. So Three of Swords. Yeah, there's some wounds coming up. But we are doing the work, we are recognizing, and we're treading. We're I mean, we're leading the way, really. This is being recognized for your leadership. There's a lot of different noises right now that I never hear from this room, you know. Page of Swords is, it's like just listening. It's about listening, about seeing the signs, listening to the signs, being made aware of something. Queen of Wands reversed, Seven of Cups, the Devil reversed. Wow. Under the deck, underneath is Six of Pentacles, Empress, Eight of Wands, the Lovers. I feel like it's important, so I'm gonna keep it. So, there's been, yeah, okay, so there has been a lack of direction, of clarity, maybe a lack of communication, and it's coming in hot now. It's gonna happen. We are trying to not act out of fear, but really just keep a certain momentum going that is inspiring and not like passionate, and not being like led by fear, really. But Queen of Wands, there's been some frustrations and confusion. But I feel like things are being made right because the Lovers are here. There's a balance. There's making decisions out of love. Eight of Wands is going with the flow. Information coming your way. Having, you know, the wind in your back and just rolling with it. The Empress is deserving what you receive, receiving what you deserve. Six of Pentacles is things are being made just, fair. There's a balance that's being restored, you know. Yeah, I'm feeling like there's a fair compensation for your work. I did feel that at the start of this. So, okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see what else we need to know about that inner child healing. Stability. Okay, we're healing something with the masculine, and that's interesting because I feel like it's come up a lot this year. We're like, I feel like it's the end of a cycle. We're, you know, closing a chapter, and the last things are coming up. It's kind of like it's a cleaning up energy, tidying up, making some space. This feels like the environment wasn't like really reflecting how you felt, the confidence you had inside, or like the sense of, you know, the abilities that you have as like a leader. I feel like your environment wasn't really reflecting that, but truly you are going towards a leadership role. There could be some wounds like with a masculine energy. Whoa. Ace of Swords is coming up. Empress, 4, 2. Empress reversed. Yeah, we're cutting things that don't make sense anymore. There's an energy of leveling up. There's an energy of victory. And I wanted to say that from the beginning because this is also about success and victory. They're coming back from the battle, you know? Ace of Swords is also victory. The laurel, you know? Yeah, I think like there's something that had to be cut from your life because it just didn't vibe with you anymore. Look at that. Those death. Could be a job. It could be like this sense of fear, of like precarity, like the sense of like not having stability, and life just took you out of a situation. Yeah, so that you could find self-care, stability, self-confidence, self-esteem. And this is like someone who knows how to manage their energy, their time, their resources. Could be, I mean, I see myself as a manager, but it could be like that kind of position. The devil here. It was time. You were ready. So now I feel like right now you're just looking for what feels good to you, like what feels right, what feels authentic. There's not like, I don't know how to say it. There's like a bigger picture here. Like you see, you take things as they come, and it's not really like I'm gonna do this, and it's more like this will all make sense, but in a intuitive kind of sense, you know? All right, I want to see. I want to see inspiration as to how we can feel authentic this month. Angel. I keep having this card all the time. Wow. So you are being watched and you're being protected, and there might be a deception in the past, or like sadness, and it's come up again and it's frustrating and all that stuff. But I think that's the energy of stagnation that needed to leave your life, and you were put exactly on that path. I feel like something you just knew something happened. There was a sign or something where like you had to end up where you ended up, you know? And that's like, you know, what angelic energy is about. They can act. Yeah, look, the scales. It's almost like you got out of something that was going nowhere. Dagger. All right, there's a sense also of like feeling defensive, understanding, being perceptive about when to defend yourself, when there's a real threat and when there's not. That's interesting. I want to learn more about this. Let's see. Let's get another. So why is Dagger coming up now? The Hermit. Introspection. Okay, so there was like, could be two things. Could be like you needed to be isolated so that you were protected, so that you didn't like go towards things that didn't make sense. Could be also that you reflected on this sense of defensiveness, maybe. Wheel of Fortune. You really changed your luck. That healing is changing the energy. And you're going to start to see it around you. Temperance. Six of Coins again. Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles. This is about really kind of understanding, like, where are you the person that takes and where are you the person that gives? It's really like, so I feel like you've had to reflect on that. And Temperance is really about this consistent energy of putting in the work to heal. It's moderation, it's protection again. It's a very angelic energy. All right, so let's do Work Your Light Oracle. One last. Thank you so much for being here. I'll try to do these a bit more often if I can. Boundaries. All right. So there's still, it's funny because I had the feeling of like you were protected. So there were boundaries put in place. But also we have a lot of swords. We have a lot of like sensing the danger type of thing. Very sensitive energy, very alert. But I wasn't seeing like the Queen of Swords, which is like the Queen of Boundaries. So there's something being learned here. Having boundaries so that you can really feel like you're getting what you're giving out of a situation. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next. Take care. Bye.